Honestly, I was so overworked and exhausted that I was this close to quitting porn. I had to take a break. In America, people view us as objects or not human. They dehumanize us a little bit. They don't view us as celebrities. In Japan, they view you as a celebrity. Yeah, they just want you to look innocent. That's what gives off the innocent vibes, is when you don't want it for some reason. Like, you can't be innocent and want to have sex.
So welcome to I Hate Porn, the sex podcast from lustfeed.com. Today we're talking about Japanese porn with Melody Marks. She's an American porn star that's also worked in Japan. So how's it going?
I'm doing good. I just got to Budapest a little bit ago, a few days ago, and I've been working and traveling and exploring, and I'm having a good time so far. Everyone here is super nice.
What do you think to Budapest?
I think that it's cold right now.
It's really cold.
I think I should definitely come back when it's a little warmer so I can explore a little more like freely and wear the cute outfits I want for the photos and everything. But yeah, I haven't seen much. I went on this Ferris wheel and I got to like look over the city and it was so beautiful. I think tonight I might go there at night and go look at it and see what it looks like. I'm sure the lights are going to be so pretty. But yeah, I love it so far.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful city. And I think Americans normally love this place. It's a real party city, and then it's also beautiful.
Haven't experienced the parties here yet, but hopefully soon.
Before we speak about Japanese porn, if you like this show, please give us some love. You haven't heard the episode yet, but why not take a chance? Hit subscribe, share it, like it, leave a review. If you have any questions, just get in touch and we'll be happy to answer. Let's talk about Japanese porn.
Yes.
So you've worked over there. I don't think many people have. And I guess you're like our expert.
I suppose you could say that, but I've been to Japan twice now to work. And the company, the second one that I worked with, actually has started to fly to America to work with girls. So I'm still in contact with them, and I talk to them a lot and work with them a lot, and they want to bring me back for a third time once borders are very it's much easier to enter the country. But yeah, I guess.
You're more popular in Asia than in America, would you say?
Yes. The first time that I went to Japan, I was only a year into the industry. I was 19, and I lost my train of thought. Okay, but I had maybe a little under 100,000 followers at the time on Twitter, which at the time to me was a lot, I mean? But I was still really new. Not that many people knew me, especially in America. But then when I went to Japan, my following started to pick up very fast. It started to skyrocket, and I didn't really notice or comprehend it at first. I just thought, oh, maybe more scenes of mine are coming out, blah blah blah. And the second time that I went to Japan, it also just started getting more and more and more. It just started getting ridiculous, and yeah, I realized these are all Asian fans. All of my fans come from Asia in general, not just Japan, but, all over. Mostly Thailand and Taiwan also. For some reason, they really enjoy my videos, especially the ones shot in Japan. But yeah, it's just so interesting to me why they have such a liking for me.
Was it a deliberate choice to work in Japan, or how did it happen?
So actually, this is interesting. I was with Hussy Models at the time, and I was only with them for a year. I only signed a year-long contract. And my agent, before this, Steve Holmes, the porn star, and we had just worked together recently. Again, this was my first year in porn. And he said, Melody, my good friend Momo reached out to me. He saw our selfie we took. All of this is because of a selfie, mind you. One picture of me and Steve together. And he said, Momo just thinks you're a very lovely young lady. And I told him how nice you are, blah, blah, blah. And he was just chatting about me. And he wants to know if you'd like to come to Japan to work. And at first, I had not very well traveled back then. I had maybe been to Mexico and Canada, and I was shocked because the two places I've always wanted to go when I was younger was Japan and Paris. And to be like told I have an opportunity to go to another country and work, I was like, oh, absolutely. I went to my agent. I told him. He said, absolutely not. And he's like, this is not legit. This is probably very dangerous, blah, blah, blah. It's not real. It's probably escorting. It's probably this. It's probably that.
Wow, they really didn't want you to go.
No. And then, but I said to Steve, I'm like, is this legitimately like videos? I'm not going to be with random men. And he's like, no, this is a very nice company. They treat the girls like princesses. You will be on DVDs. Like there's nothing not on camera. And I'm like, okay, this is very strange. And so basically me and Steve and Momo all planned this trip, just the three of us. I did all this by myself with them. My agent had nothing to do with it, yet he wanted, at the very end of my trip, he said, okay, now you give me 15%. I said, you did nothing for this trip. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think I would have replied with stronger words than that.
First of all, our contract, I only work for you in Florida, not out of the country, so you don't legally get anything. Secondly, our contract ended. Did you forget I signed 1 year, not 3? So he was like, oh. So yeah, that's how that went. I felt very like fortunate. I don't know. It was like a very stroke of luck kind of thing for that to happen. As if we didn't take that photo, would I even be sitting here right now? Who knows?
Yeah, it just could have been a different career, just more focused on America.
Yeah, it's very insane to me.
And so it sounds like you were quite nervous about working in Japan before you went there.
Oh, I just didn't know what to expect at all, especially because I hadn't worked with a lot of companies to begin with. I hadn't worked with big name companies, and I was very new. And imagine, I told you earlier, I get nervous before scenes. Still to this day, I get anxious.
Yeah.
So imagine how anxious I was to be traveling out of the country completely by myself. I had never flown that far in my life. It was a very long flight, like 14-hour flight in one go. And I had to stop in the Philippines and then go even a little further to Japan. So it was very exhausting. The time zone difference was insane. At the time, I was also smoking weed. So I was going through withdrawals from it because I've never stopped smoking before at that point. So it was difficult to adjust. And I was sick like the first, I couldn't work the first 3 days I was there because of how jet lagged and ill I felt from no weed, you know. Yeah,
jet lag makes me feel sick as well anyway. So with some weed withdrawals, it might be worse.
Oh, it was difficult. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I stopped smoking for like the whole 2 or 3 weeks that I was there. So I felt very healthy.
Did you watch Japanese porn before you went there?
Well, I wouldn't say Japanese. I watch a lot of like hentai.
Okay.
I don't know if that's counts.
It kind of counts, but it's different.
No, I didn't really do much research beforehand.
You just dove in.
I just dove in. I just went over there and because I can adapt very well. I was thinking of the word. I can adapt really well to other cultures and the way that other people work very easily. So it wasn't hard for me at all to just do what they asked. I don't like to say this, but I am a people pleaser. So I guess I will always show up to set with a smile on my face and just be very respectful of what they ask me to do. And we all have a good day and they treat me like princess and it was fine.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Was there any like big difference you noticed in Japanese porn compared to Western porn?
Well, the first difference, in the making of it at least, in America, when we film, most of the time it takes a full work day to film one video, a professional one like they would in Japan, not like content trade or like a quick VR video or something like that. Even VR videos sometimes take all day. But this is just for the sake of like boy-girl, regular porn. And in Japan, both times that I went, so I knew this wasn't just, you know, because I only had so much time, like they just work like this. They're very hard-working people. And the reason why they treat you so well, put your shoes on for you, tie your shoes.
Put your shoes on for you.
Yes, they do not. I had like these ballerina slippers and I tried to put them on myself and I just remember, I will never forget it because it was just so, like, I felt like a princess. Like, I felt like royalty. He was like, no, you don't. I got this. I have this.
Wow.
I'm like, obviously he was speaking Japanese, but I understood that he was like saying don't. But anyways, the reason why they treat you like a goddess is because if they didn't, you would not be working like you would. They do like 3 to 4 scenes a day.
Okay.
And they're really good scenes, thought out with scripts and different hair, different makeup, different outfit, completely different outfit. I'm not just talking like a different top and different skirt, like tights, shoes.
Oh, that sounds like 4 hours of makeup alone or something.
Yeah, they'll do different makeup, maybe touch up, maybe like just add something a little bit here and there. You know, they don't put fake eyelashes on you. It's not American makeup. It's very natural looking makeup. And I'm already very pale, so they don't have to do much to my face.
It's such a stereotype, though, that the Japanese, so of course they work harder.
No, it's true though. It is so true. And sometimes we'd go to different locations also for the scenes. Like each one we'd go be somewhere else. So
organized, isn't it?
So organized. There was a team of like, I don't know how many people. At least over like 15, 20 people, the whole team. There's way more though because they had an office building.
That must be hard for the guys with that many people watching, I think.
Well, there's an office where they all work. They're not all with us at the same time. Sometimes there'd be like maybe 10 people with us at most, or maybe like 8. Yeah, there was like a good group of people, like some assistants, the makeup artist, my translator, Momo, who like takes care of the girls and makes sure they're taken care of. The person who's filming, the director. Yeah, there's just a handful of people. Some American companies also have big teams. But most of the time in America, it's the makeup artist, the director, and maybe an assistant or 2.
Yeah.
So, but there's like a big team. I mean, they have so much equipment they have to carry too. Like, they're overly prepared. It's insane. Yes.
What are they using that we're not?
No, they just bring lots of props and lots of things for the girls. Like, they always have out. I didn't have to wear a single article of my own clothing. Like, they had all the outfits provided. That's so different,
isn't it?
Yes, it was really nice. I liked that part because the outfits, I could not find them or wear those in American films. Like, they were very kawaii, like, what is it? Like, you know, the maid cafes? Like, stuff like that. Like, it is so funny to me.
And I noticed they gave you a slightly different name in Japan.
Melody Hina Marks.
What's Hina mean?
I'm pretty sure it means like beautiful or goddess of some sort, I think. Let me look it up because I remember looking it up as well. I need to know. Oh, it's derived from light or sun. So that's pretty.
It's nice.
Yeah. And I don't know why they call me Nordic.
Yeah, they on their videos it says like Melody Hina Marks debut. This Scandinavian blonde angel takes hot cream pies. Yes,
Scandinavian. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and
I have no explanation actually for that because I don't know if I even asked or not, but very confusing.
And the other word that keeps coming up in the titles is
maybe it was more catchy.
Translucent blonde.
Am I that white? I'm Caucasian.
We just see all your veins, muscle, just transparent skin.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I don't think I've seen that. That's funny.
Yeah. Did you get to like choose like limits in what types of scenes you do, or?
Well, I mean, obviously the big no's for me were like anal. No. I mean, not that they would have asked, but double vag I wouldn't have done.
Do they care about those things though? Because if it's
I don't
censored,
think so.
like it doesn't matter what hole you're
they
using,
do.
right?
No, you can tell.
It's like-
You can tell.
Yeah.
But no, now that I'm thinking about it, there wasn't really any boundaries for me there. Like when I went there, it was very normal boy girl. Like they didn't ask for crazy stuff. They didn't ask for like, you know, urine videos or anything like that. They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask for crazy things. But I'm sure if they would have just been polite about it and been like, okay, no, okay. They wouldn't have pushed it. I'm trying to think of like, the only thing that I felt was like overworked because I wasn't used to doing that, and I'd be like doing it 3 days in a row of work with like 3 to 4 scenes a day. Like, and the scenes, each one was like boy girl scenes or blowjob scenes. So it wasn't just like, oh, a solo. I do a lot of solo videos also. But yeah, one day we did like 4 or 5 solo videos, but they were so pretty. I'll pull them up for you later. Like I remember I was dressed up as a ballerina for one, and it was like the video wasn't like a video that you would think. It's more like, what is the word I'm thinking of? Mosaic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With the music, the very slow music where it's like slow-mo,
Okay,
and
it's
I'm
more
like
like
undressing. Erotic, yes,
Erotic.
just like that. And there was a photo book that went along with it also.
Wow, they print stuff still.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get someone to send me one, but you're not allowed to like ship pornography out of Japan. So it's difficult because I'm like, I really want one. There's only so many of them that are made, and they're so pretty. The photos are, I love them so much. But I was dressed up as a ballerina for one of the videos that day. I had a green transparent dress, or a blue transparent dress for one that was so beautiful. I was dressed up as a schoolgirl. What else? I had a blue wig for one that was pretty funny.
Yeah, cosplay is popular, isn't it, there?
I don't think it was, I wouldn't say it was cosplay. I think they just put a blue wig on me.
They just needed to change.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily love the blue wig because I don't like short hair, but it was okay. I also, like, looking back on my photos, I always just remember, like, I used to be, a little chunkier, like, a little bigger, so I always look at them, I'm like, what happened to my boobies? I'm like, I love these photos. I wish I had those boobies still.
One thing I really want to talk about is the actual sex in Japanese porn.
Let's get into it.
Because when I'm watching, it looks like the girls are in pain and they're making noises like they don't want the sex.
Well, have you seen mine personally or no?
I binged this week, and it did seem more Japanese style, but not as much as
not like pain.
I wouldn't say pain.
I don't know. They told me that I was like fitting in very well with like their aesthetic of the way that they film and like the way that the girls are portrayed in their porn. But I didn't want to like overdo it. I didn't want to pretend to be something that I wasn't, obviously. Like I just am myself, but I just kind of like changed the way that I was like performing for the sake of the outcome of the video. Yeah. So obviously sometimes I can't understand what they're saying to me, the male talent.
Yeah.
So
are they saying nice things?
No, you can tell though that their emotions. They say angry. They are like sounding angry or sounding like frustrated. So you just kind of like you're not. It's not like I'm afraid or I'm like I don't want to say like the R word.
I think it's okay. I think it's hard to talk about Japanese pornography without discussing that because like the way it's sold is different. Yeah,
I mean, even American porn is like that. For some reason, they really like non-consensual sex. Like it's so strange to me, but they just want you to look innocent. That's what gives off the innocent vibes, is when you don't want it for some reason. Like you can't be innocent and want to have sex.
Yeah, it's like in my porn, I find when a girl does her first scenes, she's normally nervous. Yeah. And those nervous videos, they kind of sell better.
Well, the thing is like, this is how it's portrayed. innocent young girl doesn't know if she wants it or not. But then she loves it and she's crazy nympho in the middle. Like, it's somewhere in the middle of that video, she's going crazy.
Okay, so it's like there's a story
that's the
during
aesthetic.
the
Everyone
sex.
likes that.
Okay.
It's like, you're nervous at first, but obviously you get to enjoy it. I feel like that's what everyone searches for anyways online.
Yeah.
No one wants to watch a video. I mean, I shouldn't say no one, but no one wants to watch a video of a girl literally not enjoying it the entire time. I don't like that.
No, I'm sure someone has that fetish, but I think it's not common.
I think those people are dangerous people.
Yeah. You must have some problems if you never want to see the girl enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting. I find, like, in our industry, there's like a lot of pressure from Visa and MasterCard on what we can actually do in porn. And I feel like the Japanese don't get the same pressure. And I think maybe they're more open-minded there, or just what, because like when I see Japanese titles, they use the word rape in the title.
Well,
And they have a lot of like more extreme porn that's just, and they just embrace it, you know, it's a fantasy, it's not real.
because I think that they view porn stars there, especially ones that are out of the country, like Mia Malkova, and I guess me now, they just view us more as like celebrity figures. They don't view us as porn stars.
Okay.
Even girls, like I had a fan meet and greet and there was a girl there and she was so excited to meet me and take pictures with me and take pictures of me.
Wow.
And I gave her, like, we took Polaroid pictures together and I added her on Instagram and we chat sometimes. Oh my God, she'd die if she saw this. But yeah, it was just, girls are viewed differently there. I feel like in America, people, even the people that watch porn, view us as objects or not human. They dehumanize us a little bit. They don't view us as celebrities. In Japan, they view you as a celebrity. It's weird. But yeah, I appreciate it a little bit more, I think. They treat me like a princess. All my fans call me princess. They love me, and I feel very loved and wanted by them. And it's just like very different vibes. In Japan, they're not pushy. They don't ask for things. They just want you to be happy and want to see your films. In America, they're like, you do anal. When you do anal, do anal, do anal, do anal. Like,
It's very different.
calm down. They're very demanding.
And that's interesting because one of the stereotypes of Japanese society is that it's a more sexist. And so you would expect it to maybe be the other way around.
No, I don't know. I haven't really like experienced that, but no, people there are generally like very kind to me. Well, also like here's another example. Like I went to the spa. It's called Le Croix Spa, and it's very fancy and it's very open. Like there's a woman's side and a man's side and a combined side. So like on the woman's side, you can be completely naked, and I'm pretty sure I was the only Caucasian woman there. And everyone just kept staring at me the whole time. The whole time. And mind you, I was like not like as fit as I am now either. I was just like a little bit more chunky, like maybe 135 pounds. I'm like 111 now. And so I was just like, are they staring at me? Do they think I'm chunky? Because everyone there is so small.
Yeah.
I felt very big compared to them. But no, like a woman and her mother or grandmother came up to me and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. We're all completely naked, mind you. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this old lady. And she's like, I'm sorry, my mother doesn't speak English, but she wanted me to tell you, you have such beautiful white skin. And I was just like, thank you. But I just feel like everyone there just like thinks I'm just this like white fairy princess girl, and they like treat me differently because of it. I don't know. I also don't have any tattoos besides the ones on my fingers, so I had to like hide them. But I think that's another reason too, the fact that I'm an American girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, and I'm very pale. I do not tan. I'm very Polish. And I don't have tattoos, so they just view me as like a princess or something. Like they're like, oh, she's perfect. And I'm like, I just got here.
Yeah, I've been like binging on Japanese porn all week. I see a lot of curvy Japanese girls.
Oh, I'm seeing that too.
And,
Like big breasted girls. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like really curvy and like curvier than anything we have in porn.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when I started getting like a little more famous because from their Japanese videos anyways and in Asia in general, because I always viewed myself as like a little bit chunkier than the other girls. Not that I didn't get to work with other girls while I was there either time. I just did boy girl.
But
I
you're
just
not
worked with men.
chunky at all.
No, thank you.
It's
But
like-
but viewing the girls and like the videos that they were giving me examples of to show me, or like pictures that were hanging up in their offices and photo books and everything, the girls just all looked very small. So I was assuming, okay, I'm coming here to work. Nice. I didn't expect to blow up the way that I did. I didn't think I'd be like the preferred like type of model that they'd like. I don't know. It was shocking.
You have like a kind of anime face though, I think.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Ahigo. We should discuss
Yeah, you're good at
that.
it. Yeah, what?
Well, in America, it's mostly also the American girls that have something to say about this that aren't even Asian to have a say in it, but they're always like, girls that do Ahigo are racist and blah, 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 this,
Is
that.
it? I never heard that. It's racist.
Yes, no, it's a big deal. Like some girls even will like unfollow you if you do it. I've seen like a lot of drama online about it. Like one girl was posting it, and I know another girl didn't at her but called her out and was like talking crap, and you know they're just like, that's racist. You can't do that. That's not your culture. You're appropriating your that's like only Asian girls can do that. But when I went there, I don't. They asked me to do it. They asked me to do it.
And it's
And
an
everyone-
anime trope. Anime doesn't have a race,
Yeah,
does it?
I don't want to like make anyone mad at me, but the whole company of like over 50, there's over 50 people in that company. They all loved it, and they all asked me to keep doing it. And all my fans love it. All my fans are Asian, so if they had a problem with it, they would come to me. Not a single person has come up to me and told me that I'm wrong for doing it. But I've seen, like, you know what I mean? No one's come for me personally, because I'm a good person with good intentions, and I would stop if I was asked to. You know what I mean?
I mean, is cultural appropriation racist? Isn't it just...
Well, I mean, that's the same
something that
thing. Like,
makes
what I
life
wore a
better.
kimono. I wear a
It's like-
kimono in a scene.
Yeah, and Japanese people wear suits. Is that like
No.
them being...
Well, that's a
like-
little different. But like, I mean, for a scene, like, you know, if a white girl wore a hijab,
They do.
that's a
But
little fucked up.
It is, but...
But when I'm indulging, or when I'm respectfully trying to accept their culture and like be a part of it and understand it, and they gift me a kimono, that's not me appropriating their culture. That's me what's the word I'm looking for? They're including me in their culture or something. I can't remember the word.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I just find it's like cultural appropriation. Like, where do you draw the line? It's
being disrespectful and using it in a way that isn't
maybe if
appropriate.
you're like using like stereotypes to mock the culture.
mocking, being
But-
disrespectful in that way. But anything that I did, I was extremely respectful. We kept the kimono like very traditional, like the same, you know what I mean? Like I did everything I could to just not fit in, but like do what they asked of me. And you know, I don't know how else to put it. I just was doing my best.
Yeah, I mean, that's new to me. I'm usually like quite sensitive to these kind of things, but I didn't realize that copying an anime face was...
It's more like there's so much that goes into it, but I guess it's like ahigo is more like when a girl is like either enjoying herself too much or she's being raped or something. Like I read ways too much about this. It's all mixing together in my brain.
So it's more than just like that particular facial expression.
Yeah, there's like stories behind it and everything. So,
Okay.
but
So do you actually have to do it during the filming?
I've been asked, and I also, even here, when I've only done 3 scenes since I've been here, but the second day of work, I had to be funny, I did the face, and usually in America, they go, don't make that face. Wow. Like, they'll ask you not to because they don't like it. They think it's not cute. But the director that I just worked with now was like, kept asking. Once I did it once, he was like, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is too much. And he kept showing me. He's like, look. I'm like, okay. Because my eyes, they don't cross like normal people's eyes. Like, one eye doesn't go all the way in. So I don't know. I always think it looks funny. But. Yeah,
I just thought it was like just a meme that just came from anime. I didn't realize it was actually
there's
part
so much
of
more
the porn culture.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it and everything. So
I feel like
difficult for me to discuss because I don't want to offend anyone, but most of the time the people that it offends are the people that aren't even affected by it at all. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to me.
I feel like there's a lot of, like with Japanese porn, they go into much more detail than we do in the West. In the West, it's like there'll be MILF porn and foot fetish, but there they'll get really, really specific with their fetishes.
Give me an example.
Like the absolute zone, like for which is like the area from where it's the skin showing below the skirt, and from where like say the socks end, and they have like it's a fetish, just the amount of skin, and they have like a whole science of like how much skin should be showing from where the stockings or socks end to where the skirt begins for what should be sexiest. And they take it so far, you know?
I think like they're perfectionists for sure.
Yeah, perfectionists
with their
is the best way of saying
their dialogue and everything in general. But they don't want to push it because, or at least for me, they weren't trying to push it to be extremely perfect on everything because we were working so long. I would have to get up I would personally have to wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to be ready to leave by 7. So maybe 5:30 because I need time to shower and wash my hair and blow dry my hair.
I bet they're all like waking up looking fresh and you're like, oh, why am I awake?
Yeah, and then we'd be working all day and I wouldn't go to bed and go to sleep until midnight. I would get maybe back to my hotel around 11 o'clock every night.
It's an intense day.
Days. I would work 3 days in a row and then break. 3 days in a row, break. Yeah. And
that's just normal for them.
At least the company that I was working with. They're the second company, Japorn.com or Japorn Kingdom. I worked with them. I was supposed to leave. There's a whole nother story with that. I was supposed to leave. I was supposed to work with them for like a week, but I had to leave early because of COVID. And they told me, oh, they work very crazy. They work very, very long days. But if you come and you work with us, like you were supposed to, we only do maybe 1 or 2 scenes a day, maybe 2. They're more chill. So I didn't get to experience working with them in Japan, although that is the company that I spoke about earlier that comes to America to work with us. And yeah, they shoot like more like combined, like American and also Japan style.
Yeah.
They are very slow with their stuff and like they take their time to film it. And it still is good quality and still looks good. And they provide the outfits and everything. And they have scripts and they're very well thought out. But it takes more time for them to film. And you just get 1 film a day.
That's good.
Yeah, so if I come back to Japan, I'm probably going to come back with him. I haven't spoken to Momo in a while. So I've already been planning this trip to Japan since COVID happened, because while I was in Japan the last time, he told me, oh, I feel very bad that you have to leave. They were all so excited to work with me. His whole company also was treating me like a princess. They were all so excited to meet me and take selfies with me and work with me and everything. But he's like, I promise we will bring you back to finish your trip. You know, you will come back. And we've been talking about this for years. So now that the borders are finally opening, we're trying to like get something set up, get a work visa, all that good stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, meet your fans.
Oh, that also, yeah, we're thinking about a tour of Thailand, Taiwan, maybe,
Like a real celebrity. It's
and
like,
South Korea.
wow. It's so different.
Yeah, just fan meet and greet, so not working, not filming, but like
What
just
happens
fan
at a
meet.
fan meet and greet?
So the first one that I went to in Japan, it was they were selling tickets.
Is it like
and
AVN or something? Or is it just for you?
just for me, just for me.
Wow.
And they were selling tickets. And I don't know for how long they were selling tickets for. I'm assuming over a month or two they were selling the tickets. And there was like tiers to the tickets. Tier 1 was you just get to come in and meet me. And like, not meet me, but like, look at me. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm talking, introducing myself. I can't remember like specifically what each tier did, but then I know either the first one or the second one I signed autographs for people. They would come in a line and I'd sign autographs, but then the first group would have to leave. Like that's all that you get. And then the next tier would like obviously each ticket costs more the more you get to do, but because of COVID they couldn't touch me. Like usually they can put your arm around you,
Okay, yeah.
or like maybe get a kiss on the cheek for a photo or something very chill. But they couldn't touch me at all, even though they paid for that ticket. So
how many people would attend for?
I have like a little video clip of it. I can show you. There was maybe like 100 or so. This is like, it's not a very good video, but like this, I tried to zoom in on my like thing. There's like, yeah, this is zoomed in. There's like people all going back, and then these people would have to leave so that the next people could come in. And there was like security, and I'm in the back room, and no one can see me because they would start freaking out.
And do you like do a talk or some kind of show? Or
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would talk. I would sign stuff. Most people brought me like gifts. And I got to like, there was posters of me. Like when this is like you can see this from the street. Like people are walking, and it's a huge, like me standing next to it. I'm like tiny as heck. So I was like, this is crazy. And then there was more posters. I had all my DVDs. These are all the gifts that I got. All that I got bath bombs. Look at all those bath bombs someone got me. Papuya, hello. I love you. I know he watches all my stuff. But literally so many gifts. It was so thoughtful.
It's just such a different porn culture.
I know, they literally view you as a celebrity. It's very cool to me.
It's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah, no, we should embrace that here, I think. It'd
Everywhere.
be much better. Yeah.
I mean, we're human beings just like everyone else. We shouldn't be viewed as like, no matter how many times a porn star will post on Twitter, use me, or like, you know, like the sexy shit that we post, or like, oh, I'm just here to I want you to just use my pussy or something. Like, even though we portray that we're objects, we don't really want you to view us as objects.
That's just the fantasy.
That's just the fantasy.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, we're the same as everyone else. That's what I always tell everyone. Especially people that are super excited to meet me. Sometimes I have to tell them, like, I'm just a normal girl. You know what I mean? I'm just like you. You're just like me. I just have sex on the internet.
Yeah. I remember when I first started in porn, I guess as a guy going in, I'd watched porn and obviously had my favorite porn stars. And then I had to work with people I'd seen online. And it was hard at first just to go, oh yeah, it's just people. Because at first I was like, holy shit, I'm meeting this person today.
And everyone has their good and bad qualities too. So it's not just like, you know, when you have a celebrity crush, or maybe not a celebrity crush, but like just a celebrity that you highly view. It's
so disappointing to meet a celebrity.
Sometimes, like you just have this whole idea of who they are in your head. That's why on my social media, I try to be as raw as possible. Like, I don't hold back, because I don't want someone to meet me and be taken aback by how I am. Like, if I'm sad, I'll post on social media that I'm sad, I'm not having a very good day. Or if I'm upset, I will maybe not explain into detail why I'm upset, but I'll be like, I'm not having a good day. Oh, this person was so rude to me or something like that. I just am very open about like what's going on in my life for the most part.
Yeah, your social media is really fun and feels like a real person. It's not like just buy my video.
I try not to like force anything. Obviously, like advertisements for like OnlyFans and stuff, you know, you have to kind of like put on a little persona. Like if you're not horny, no one can be horny 24/7. Although there are people out there that would say otherwise about me, that I am always horny. But there are times, obviously, that I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll post, like, I'm so wet right now. And I'm just, like, laying in bed, like, eating potato chips.
Yeah.
But that's just, like, how it is. That's just how porn is. Or, like, I'll schedule posts when I am feeling horny so that when I'm not, it's there. But although, like, no, like, the past year, I've just been in a ridiculous state of horny. So,
You did the voice as well, so.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
And I've got a question about male performers in Japan. Like, are there any Japanese male porn stars? Because, like, with Western porn, you see, like, you know, DVDs dedicated to the men as well as the women.
Well,
what were the men like to work with in Japan?
Oh my gosh, there was this really cute guy. Oh my gosh, I loved him so much. The first time that we worked together, it was very funny to me because the whole day, we filmed it backwards, the film backwards.
Okay.
Because it was like a whole DVD set and there was multiple scenes for it. And basically, I was his wife and our business wasn't doing well and he was prostituting me or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because we owned a hotel. And
nice
he's
wife.
like, okay, well, we have to keep our customers happy. So, you know, we have to keep business booming. And
it sounds more creative than the plots we get in Western porn.
Yes. Oh, can we pause for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Pee? Sorry, I had to go pee.
That's okay.
I drank too much coffee.
Don't worry.
I was like trying to hold it in for a minute.
So, male stars. There was one that you really liked.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you, because I have ADHD or something.
You just have excitement.
Yes. And also coffee, like shaking from coffee. Too much. The guy that I really liked, we did that scene backwards, right? So all day long, he had to watch me get fucked by two other talents. Like I did like 3 scenes with them. And it was so funny. Like his whole thing was that he was like, what? Keeping an eye on me to make sure I'm doing my job and doing a good job.
Even in the scene he had to watch. So it's been so frustrating. Yes,
and then at the end, he didn't even get to fuck me. He only got a blowjob. So we all were making fun of him. We're like, oh, poor guy. It's the very end of the day. It's so dark out. You finally get to like do something. And it was just a joke. It was like the joke of the day or something. It was very funny.
Yeah, the reason I asked was because when I've been binging on Japanese porn and I felt, I didn't see many male actors.
This is why. This is also another reason. Before I lose that train of thought as well, that talent specifically, or no, not that one, a different one that I'm thinking of. I remember him telling me This is the only reason I remember is because he gave me a sticker with his face on it because he's like an actor in Japan. He's mainstream.
Really?
Yes. So
you can do mainstream and porn in Japan?
Because most of the time, if you notice, they blur the male's face.
Yeah.
Almost all of my videos, they don't show the guy's face.
I guess I didn't really notice.
Yeah.
But yeah, they often blur the face.
And the director also, for the company that I was working with the first time, he works in mainstream production. He's a mainstream director.
Yeah, and
I was just also being told like he was going more away from porn to do mainstream acting or directing. And so, but he was also my talent for most of my stuff, the really skinny guy. And his face was blurred and like everything. So I'm just assuming that either the people that do the porn do it for the money and also they don't want to be known. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not made about them. And in Japan, they don't care about the guy. Like I don't really think there are many gay men in Japan. I don't know, but like in my view of their porn, whenever I go into a porn shop, and I went to many porn shops to like look at my DVDs on display and everything, I didn't see many of that. Is all focused on girls.
Yeah, maybe they have different shops for the gay porn, because I think it is a big thing there.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I didn't do any girl scenes there.
That's the thing that's unusual. There's not much lesbian porn I saw.
Yeah.
Even in a threesome, the girls don't seem to interact with the other girls.
Yeah.
Which was unusual. And the thing I noticed about the guys is it seemed like they were just normal guys off the street in a lot of the videos.
Oh, especially mine, yeah, but that's all staged.
It's staged, right?
Yeah,
'Cause-
obviously.
But it seems like there's a lot of guys off the...
I
Because
mean,
I didn't see the same guy twice.
I mean, I remember... Well, no, they reuse... I mean, how many people did I work with there? Maybe 6 or 7 male talents. But... For the most part, we'd use the same ones, especially in one work day, I'd be working with the same male talent.
Okay. Yeah, I even saw one genre which was called like a fan appreciation day. And I don't know if you did one of those. I didn't see one.
I don't think it was a fan, but I do remember them giving me a GoPro. And we were acting like I'm just vlogging, and I'm like, I'm walking the streets of Japan and I'm going to find some men to fuck. Yeah. And then I'm like, they would have their assistants be walking down the street like a normal person. And I'd walk up to them and I'm like, hi, blah, blah, blah. I'd talk to them. I'd speak. They had me say some phrases in Japanese. What was it? I don't remember how to pronounce it, but like basically, oh, can I go home with you? What are you doing? Like, can we hang out or something like that? And they would go, oh, no, to make it seem like when I do walk up to someone it's legit, like, oh, like people are rejecting me, right? But it's just their assistants and stuff. It's not real people. Yeah, so that was what made it look so realistic. Yeah, I found that interesting.
It does look a lot more real. I don't know. Some of them I'm thinking, are they real? Because like one of the genres I saw was this fan appreciation day. And it seems like there's 2 ways they do it. One is like they get them all together and it's like a kind of gangbang, but with fans. And I'm not sure if it's real or not. Like, are these guys... Probably not, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming not. I didn't do a gangbang or blowbang or anything, so...
Because it's so many guys, and they just look like normal guys off the street. They're not like... They don't have any like...
They're not fit or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say maybe like... I don't know how... The second company that I worked with, their talents weren't like fit. I don't think they care about that kind of stuff there, because
it can be a benefit. Like if the guy is quite ugly, it can make the girl look more beautiful, and it's also like
yes, that's exactly it, because they want it to feel like, oh, you like this could be you, like you could be this, like. And the more in American film, they want the male talent to look more like a specific type of person and like specific dick size, just for the aesthetic of the video. But honestly, I feel like it'd do better with like chunkier men, like bigger men, like not like very average men, because that's the type of people that we have in America. Like not everyone's dick is like 8 inches long, and like not everyone has a fucking pack of abs, you know? So
yeah, it was interesting.
You can like imagine yourself as that person fucking me or them.
Well, that's the fantasy, isn't it? That you think, oh my god, if he can do it, maybe I can.
Yeah, or like you can pretend like that's you in the video or something like that.
Yeah, even in Western porn, I think the guys that are popular, they're either very good looking, or they're like the opposite. Like there's a few guys that like Geordie, for example, where he looks like a young boy, and they always pair him with a MILF.
Is that the redhead?
The Spanish guy. He's like he's huge. He's got like 4 million YouTube followers or something.
I will have to do some research.
You'll probably work with him while you're here, I'm sure. But he's a really cool guy. He looks like
I refuse to work. I refuse to work with anyone that looks younger than me. Actually, besides girls, girls don't really count because like we're all
They normally put him with a MILF because it's that contrast, you
Yeah.
know? So they probably wouldn't pair him with someone young.
Well, I was asked by a company to work with this guy, this little redhead guy. I'm not gonna name names, but like, I couldn't do it because one, he looked 14, and that felt really wrong. And I can't force myself to work with people I don't find conventionally attractive, and at least a little bit. I mean, obviously, I have worked with people that I don't find that attractive, for the sake of like the video, and I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be like that. But lately, I'm starting to get a little more picky about who I work with. I have more say on who I work with because I don't have an agency. But in Japan, I would never, ever, ever say, I'm not working with this person. They're ugly. I would never say that, ever. Because they're mostly like older men also. So
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It seems like a lot of young boys, they seem to have this like kind of virgin boy fantasy.
Yeah.
Or just like normal, like random man off the street.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah. So that was the vibe, though. That's what we were there to do. So I'm like, okay, I understand this is for the film.
Do you think we should be copying anything from Japan?
I think that, here or in America?
Either, you know.
I think that so far since I've been here, I've only worked with one company, and they treat me very respectfully and very kind. But I know from a friend who's been working here that she told me most companies they're not as nice. They're not as accommodating as American companies. And obviously she's never worked in Japan, so she doesn't know how accommodating they are in Japan.
Yeah.
That they treat you like literally a goddess. So for me to hear that, I'm like, oh, wow, they don't even treat you as good as they do in America here. Like,
in America,
okay.
They treat people pretty well, right?
For the most part, like, they treat like a human being. Maybe not like a goddess, but they do have to be nice to you, or else obviously it's not going to be a good work day if they're not treating you like, oh, do you need water? Oh, do you need this? Do you need a douche? Do you need that?
Yeah.
But
I think in Europe we just haven't had our Me Too moment yet. Whereas in America.
Yeah, but also in America and here, I just think what we should learn is the nicer you treat your talents, the better the scene will end up. If you treat every single girl, no matter what attitude they have, no matter what mood they're in, if you just treat them with like decent respect, and literally the bare minimum is like literally treat her like a princess, honestly, because at this point in time, like, I know that I've gone to set and I was made to feel like a little dumb or like a little like...
That's not nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid, or you shouldn't treat me like this. And also here, I'm not going to name names either, but I know that there was a company that denied my friend of work. She showed up to set and they said, oh, I didn't realize you were so large, so overweight, or some word like that. And he canceled the scene on her right then and there and said, I'm sorry, we can't do this. And she was very upset. And
it's not a nice thing to say.
And when she mentioned something to someone, her agent, the agent told him, like, that was kind of rude of you. And his apology, he's like, I'm so sorry for upsetting you. I didn't think it would hurt your feelings. I just didn't realize how overweight you were. He didn't even apologize.
Google?
No, he didn't even apologize. And, like, honestly, it was none of, like, just the way that you speak to people. Just, maybe think a little bit first.
Yeah. Like, from a producer's point of view, I've definitely had it where I've booked models and everyone's told me, oh, you're going to have a horrible time. She's such a bitch. And then I've met them and it's like, they've been great. Yeah. And I think, like, I've never, like, I'm just...
Yeah, and she's a great performer, too. Yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah. So anyways, I think, it's just how you treat people.
In Japan, they no matter who you are, if you're working with them, they would never disrespect you. And if they accidentally disrespect you, they would do anything to make it up to you and apologize. And when that would never happen anyways. They would never think... to disrespect you in that sort of way, because no, they just want you to feel like a goddess. They want you to feel that way, and it's good, and everyone should want to feel like that on set. Although, like, had they not treated me like that, I'm gonna be completely honest, I would have probably quit porn altogether because the first time I came home, I was exhausted. Second time that I went, I came back, I went the first time in 2019 in October. Second time I went right before COVID hit. And I was there when COVID hit in like March, February, or March into, just March. And honestly, I was so overworked and exhausted that I was this close to quitting porn. I had to take a break.
Why would it be like quit porn completely?
Because
wouldn't you have just focused on America instead?
I think it emotionally drained me as a person. I don't know how to explain it to you, but like I was not used to that work at all. And don't get me wrong, I am so grateful for having worked there. I'm so grateful for that. Grateful for like the fans that it brought me and the eye-opening experiences I got to have while I was there. But at the same time, a person can only go through so much before they've had enough. And to work 3 to 4 scenes a day and it wasn't even that, really, truly. I think it was more so the fact that I had no sleep. I was running on like maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night. I was also going through other things while I was there too. Like I was being scammed by a man it was part of a big scam ring. There was lots of girls involved that were,
What did they do?
Should I say names?
You can if you have evidence. You can't if you don't.
Well, a girl who used to be my best friend.
American?
This is how we met. Yes, this is how we met. She saw me in Japan, and maybe she didn't see I was in Japan until we started talking, but she reached out to me, probably a few other girls also, and like sent us like a copy-paste looking message about there's this very wealthy man, and if you're interested, he said that he'd like to FaceTime you or Skype you and do like Skype calls to each other for money, like, you know, like a cam show. And I have only cammed so many times, and I'm like, this sounds cool, but the number that she was giving me was such an outrageous number. And remember, I'm in Japan right now working.
Yeah.
So I'm texting this guy, and he's asking me to do all these crazy things on camera for him. So imagine I'm working all day. These scenes in Japan, and then I go back to my hotel around 11 o'clock. He wants to talk to me, and I'm on Skype with him for an hour or two still, and then even less so sleep. So for 3 nights I remember I was Skyping him, and he was asking me to like do really disgusting things. Like I've never thrown up while sucking dick before, but I don't know how I got myself to do it because I've never done it before. I was shocked at myself that I like literally threw up on a dildo, like for him, and like slapped myself and said some really inappropriate things for him, like something like about rape and stuff, you know. And he never gave me money. And he was also asking me to ask other girls, oh, can you ask this girl, tell them that if you get other girls to talk to me, I'll give you more money. I'll send you more money.
It's such an insane coincidence because
like thousands of dollars.
Last night I was with one of my friends, and she said, oh, like, would you look at this for me? Because, and it was a fellow performer had recommended to her, oh, this guy is a billionaire, and he's going to pay you like 30,000 or 50,000 euros a month. And
yes, that's exactly
she trusted
It's probably the same person, I swear to God, because he was still doing this.
And she trusted it because it came from a friend. And the person's, and then I'm like, look,
that's why I thought it was legit, because she was famous. Yeah. We weren't friends at the time. She was just a very well-known person. And then she was like, this person's talking to this person. And then she promised me he did give me this money. And she looked like a very wealthy person. So I'm like, okay.
That's the thing. That's this person said, yeah, he's paid me. And
that's a lie.
And when he said, okay, can you send us the information, your bank statement, you know?
Yeah.
And then it started to get shadier. But then what we realized is that this guy's girlfriend, she's been doing this for 2 weeks, and they just realized like they're not going to get the money.
Yep.
And they tried to recommend it to my friend as well. But
basically, long story short, it's a scam. Never do anything without getting paid first. That's where I learned the lesson. But then, so going back to what we were saying before, I was just so exhausted from the work and then that, and I had no sleep. And although they took me to the Great Buddha. I loved that so much. I got to see shrines. I cried at almost every shrine that I went to. I was very respectful. We prayed. We, put the coin in the thing and went like this, or like put the candle, light incense for the Buddha. Anything that you can think of, we were doing. And I even went to a spa each time that I was there, the La Croix spa, which, I'll never forget that.
So they really looked after you. It wasn't just all work. You got to have lots of fun.
I still felt, no matter what they were doing for me, I still felt so exhausted and overworked. And towards the end of my trip, I'm a very bubbly, happy person, almost always. Even if I'm not feeling that way, especially if I'm on set, you will never know that I'm upset.
Yeah.
But it was starting to get extremely difficult for me to hold up this image of me, because I just wanted to be grumpy. I wanted to be like, I was very emotional. I'm a very emotional person anyways. I cry about everything, whether I'm happy or sad, I will cry. So they already know I'm like a little crybaby princess. But like towards the end, I was just not feeling like myself at all. If I'm running very low on sleep, I'm not the same person as I am. My mentality is warped.
And that's the thing. Like, I think people in porn, when they're first starting, they're usually very young and maybe like don't have the confidence to say, look, I need a break.
And even if they don't understand the concept of a break also. They did have to let me, the second time that I went, I remember I had to tell them the first 3 days that I was there because I was going through withdrawals. I was so violently ill that I couldn't even get up. I was like, the third day that I was there, I even went to set and I'm like, okay, I can do this. And I couldn't get out of the bed. I can't explain to you or describe the way that I felt. I kind of forget by now how I felt. All I remember is that it was very difficult first 3 days for me.
I always find flying east is the jet lag's way worse.
It's not even that. It was just, ugh.
With the weed too.
Yeah, the weed was the worst. But also, the story that I told you that we would talk about, this random, you haven't heard about this yet, but the second time I went, I landed. And remember, I put on that outfit and they told me, don't dress like this next time. So I had on, as soon as I got off the plane, out of the border and everything, border control, whatever, I opened my suitcase. I set my phone down next to me, like right here, Imagine it's there on a chair. And I'm going over here, going through my luggage, looking for a cute outfit to wear because I'm wearing sweatpants and whatever. I want to look nice when they come to pick me up. And they told me, oh, I'm so sorry. You landed quite early. We're not anywhere near the airport right now, but we'll be there soon. I'm like, okay, great. I have time. I can get ready. And I already had my makeup done because I did it on the plane because I had so much time. And I'm packing. I find an outfit. I pack all my stuff up and I'm headed to the bathroom. Somewhere in between the time it took me to put on my clothes and leave the restroom, I'm realizing, shit. Where the fuck is my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? I'm freaking out at this point also because I'm in a country that I'm not completely familiar with. I've only been once. And the people are coming to pick me up. How are they going to find me? I'm like, okay, I'm just rummaging through all my stuff. It's nowhere to be found at all. And then I'm freaking out.
I feel so naked without a phone. It's
not
horrible.
even that. It's not even that because my phone is never backed up. Still to this day, I don't back it up. Don't ask me why. We'll get into that. We'll talk about that another day. But literally, I was freaking out. I had a second phone, but it didn't have service and it didn't have all the information that this one does. The other one was like my old phone, and it doesn't work really well. It doesn't hold a charge or anything. So I'm freaking out. And the people meet me. I guess they were just walking around looking for me. I can't remember how I found them. I think they just stumbled upon me there. And I'm freaking out, crying that I lost it. We go over to the help desk and tell them. And they let me use their phone to call my ex-boyfriend, who I was with for a very long time. And I tell him, John, I lost my phone. Please help me find it. And he's like, I have Find Your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be somewhere in the airport. Maybe it's in your suitcase. Go look in your suitcase again. Then he's like, oh my God, Melody, it's not at the airport. I'm like, what do you mean it's not at the airport? I just had it. I was just talking to them. And he's like, it's on a train. And I'm like, what do you mean it's on a train? And I just got to Japan. This is not a very good first day for my trip. Yeah. I was going through withdrawals. I had already thrown up on the plane on the way down from the withdrawals because that's how often I smoked.
And Japan's such a famously safe country as well.
Yeah.
You don't expect it there.
And this is the craziest story of my life. I'll never forget this, honestly. This is the first time I'm talking about this, online. This was kind of exciting for me because I've been wanting to make a YouTube video about this. Mm-hmm. Just this alone, because it was literally felt like I was in a movie. So I'm wearing this really cute blue dress and high heels. And as soon as he tells that to me, I'm like, where's the train? Right. We're tracking it. It's moving. It's on the fucking move. It's going. Then I'm freaking out, and it's been an hour already that we've been looking for the phone. So an hour has passed. We're like, fuck, we're never gonna find it. And they're like, to get on the train, you go over there. And we get on the train, and we're following this guy for an hour. We're following him, and for some reason he just stops. And I'm thinking, because we're doing the ring iPhone. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, he's gonna turn the phone off, and he doesn't turn the phone off, fucking idiot. And I also, if you know what tiles are, when you press it, it goes off. So when you hit ring on your Find iPhone, if they hit the power button, it turns the sound off. But tile, you have to unlock the phone for the sound to stop. Mm-hmm. So after an hour, we get to the spot where it's been stopped for 15 minutes. We're like, okay, he had to have tossed the phone or something, or left it there or something. And we get to the spot, and there's 4 people. I'm on one side of the tracks. There are people on the other. The tracks are really high above the ground, so it's not like you can cross over, jump over. You have to go down the stairs and up the other stairs to get to the other side. So I'm screaming at these people, is there a phone over there? Can you? And none of them speak English, mind you. So they don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, phone, do you see? Phone, anyone? There's only 4 people. And everyone's like, they look suspicious to me. All of them look suspicious to me. And one man looked extremely suspicious. So I'm pointing at him. I'm like, you fucker, you fucking have my fucking phone. Fuck you.
I can't imagine you angry.
My phone. No, I was so mad. I was shaking. I'm wearing high heels. We were running, fucking chasing. I looked like a movie star, honestly. I looked like I was in a movie. And they were all very confused. Some of the woman was helping. The woman was literally looking. She's like, no phone. The man that I was accusing was also helping look. It was not him. I felt bad for yelling at him. And they probably didn't even know what was happening. Then the one guy that didn't look suspicious at all, I am holding my tile as close to them as possible. I'm leaning over the railing. And I'm pressing it. I'm pressing it. And the guy, I hear my phone. I'm like, is it on the ground? Look on the ground, you idiot. And he starts laughing. And then he pulls my phone out of his bag and starts laughing.
Wow.
And waving at me. And I'm like...
He waved at you.
I'm like, I hear my phone. And he pulls it out and I'm like, you fucker, give me my fucking phone. And I'm like, Ponytail, the guy, the assistant or whoever he was. I'm like, Ponytail, Momo, he has my fucking phone. It's him. Get him. I'm screaming. I'm like, please help me. And they're running down the stairs as fast as they can. And I didn't see it because they're downstairs and I'm wearing heels and I'm running to the stairs. As soon as I get to the top of the stairs, Momo comes running and he's like, this is basically what happened. They cornered him and he just threw the phone at him and ran. Mm-hmm. This is the phone in question.
You got it.
I did. But as soon as that happened, as soon as he held my phone in there, he was smiling. All you see is me at the very top of the stairs. And I throw up everywhere, all over the stairs. I was so stressed out that I threw up in that. That is the first time that's happened to me. Being so stressed that I literally vomit. That's never happened to me.
But at least you found your people there. And
oh my God.
The phone.
Oh my God. It was the craziest story of my entire life, honestly. It felt unreal.
It feels so cool though when you're looking on Find My iPhone and you're chasing things.
They said that he looked Korean. That's the guy. Because I didn't know. Oh, it's 444.
Make a wish. What did you wish for? Oh, you can't tell me.
You.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm an amateur.
On. But anywho, yeah, that was. I mean, if I hadn't gotten my phone back, I probably wouldn't have had a very good trip. But the fact that I got it back, I was just.
I'm sure you would
shocked.
have done. It's just really, really annoying. Beyond annoying. It's just so important part of our lives.
Yeah, and there's such like personal photos on it, you know what I mean? Like, and it was so weird. I had the phone case that had the clear back, so all he didn't turn my phone off. He just took the phone case, and my phone case was basically on the other side.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. Oh no, still doesn't make sense. I was like, maybe it was because of fingerprints, but no, his fingerprints would have still been on the case. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Very strange to me.
But apart from that, and working too hard, good time in Japan. And you're going to go back.
Yeah, so. It was the fact that I went, and it was very eye-opening. People that don't travel out of the United States, I feel like have a very, very different view of the world in general. But as soon as you leave the United States and experience what life has to give you in other countries, and like how people live their lives, and like even different architecture and different foods, it's a different perspective. It opens your eyes. It makes you more accepting. It makes you more welcoming. It makes you more, and I think it gives you more intelligence. I think I'm a kinder person for it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I think it makes you appreciate your home country more too, like the good things there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try not to view it like, I try not to see different countries like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. I try to only see the good in it. But
it's just
definitely, like in Japan, I took away the fact that like everyone there is so helpful. Everyone there is so kind. It doesn't matter. I could be, obviously, I'm very Caucasian.
Everyone, apart from you screaming at people for your phone back.
Yeah, I can't speak for like other ethnicities or anything. But me personally, everyone there was so kind to me. The fact that when I went to Paris, I had such a good idea of what it would be like in my head. Although because I'm American, I feel like they were very rude to me, and it kind of ruined my view. It kind of ruined my view of Paris. Like, no, but they were kind to me when I started speaking French. But I only know so many phrases. Like, hello, my name is, I like this. But then they start speaking fast in French, and once they realize I can't understand them, they're like, oh, tourist. Like, okay.
But even all the French people hate Parisians, so.
It's fine.
So when you go to Japan again, are you
as soon as their borders open, we'll start planning something. I'm hoping this summer.
And do you have because Japan has a lot of different types of porn, is there anything specific that you're looking forward to trying?
No, not anything specific. I love the photo shoots that I do there. The photography is beautiful. I love everything. There are some times when they edit my photos and I don't like the way that my face looks, especially in the DVD covers.
They have a different aesthetic, don't they?
No, because there's like 2 DVD covers that they have of me where I'm smiling in a schoolgirl skirt and I'm like holding my... It doesn't look realistic at all. It doesn't look like my real smile or anything. So it's more like... But other than that, like the photo book of me, like I loved the way that the photos came out. If I could have photos like that again, I would be so, so, so happy. Them helping me... speak Japanese, which is like we would phonetically spell out what they're saying. They would say it to me very, very slowly, and I would just write it down as I hear it. And I'd put like hyphens, and I'd like where I'd like pause or where like some like weird thing is, you know.
Are you going to try learning Japanese?
I really want to, although I have the capacity, the thought process of a fish, so it's like really hard for me to focus. So I'm thinking when I start school. The first language I want to learn is Spanish, first of all, because my family speaks Spanish and all my friends speak Spanish. I live in California. Come on. You have to fucking speak Spanish. It's kind of fucked up if you don't. But I really want to learn that first, but then I also really want... I was always in French in high school, so I also really want to learn French and Japanese. So... First Spanish, then Japanese, then French. That I would love to be trilingual, but
It's a lot of work.
It is so much work.
You're going to be really committed.
So, yes.
I mean, I live in Hungary, but I still don't speak Hungarian.
I think that once I really want to go to college. So once I go to college, I will take an elective, obviously, for Spanish. And if they have options for other languages, I will also take that up.
So one thing I want to do is I want to, seeing as you don't have a specific plan for Japan, I want to tell you about some of the Japanese fetishes that I found and get your thoughts on it and see which ones you want to try.
All right.
They're in a random order, so some of them are a bit out there, but I'm told these are common in Japanese porn.
Okay.
The first one is just called eel.
Is it more like tentacle porn?
No,
basically?
It involves putting a live eel into the porn star's butthole.
Okay, let's just open this can of worms. Or eels, we should say.
Can you imagine if we did that in Western porn?
I think
Visa and MasterCard
that
would lose their shit.
Yeah, that's animal abuse. So 100% no. 110%, 1,000% no.
And how and why so many whys and hows?
That is so many whys. Also, isn't there like...
Well,
wasn't there a girl that put a hamster up her vagina in a video once?
The anus doesn't have to be censored in Japanese porn, only the vagina.
Yeah.
So I figure that's why they have a lot of fetishes around butt stuff.
Yeah. Most likely.
An eel, you can show it coming out, and I guess it's alive. So I don't know.
That is disturbing.
I'm trying to be positive.
That's so disturbing. It's so disturbing to me. I'm so sorry for anyone that is offended by us not liking that.
You just lost your eel Japanese fans.
I know, I just lost. I lost at least 10 fans right now.
This one I can't pronounce. It's Froaturism. I'm going to have to learn some English. So it's basically a fetish about public groping. I don't know if you've seen it, but one of the common Japanese
like on
fetishes,
a train.
Yeah,
I love that. I would do that. That's hot. Yes, 100%.
Cool, yeah.
I love that. I love public humiliation kind of stuff also. Yeah, like, yes, finger me under a table at a restaurant, please. Or something.
Just giving us a guide to meeting you on Tinder.
Yeah. Where's my Tinder? Hello.
Another one is similar. It's like time stoppers. So it's like the guy finds a magical device that stops time.
We did that. We did that, yes.
How was that?
Wait. Who did I do that with? I don't know if I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did that in Japan. I think I did that in America.
Okay. Did you just have to stand completely still?
Yeah, you just stand still. It was for a VR.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, wait. Fuck, I cannot remember. I have such a horrible memory, honestly, but I know that I've done that before. It was kind of fun. Is
it hard to stay still for so long?
Yeah. I think it was for VR. It was for a VR video, so it's a little more difficult.
Yeah. Another one is just a slapping fetish.
I like that.
It's not what you think. So you like being slapped, I guess? I
like being slapped. I also like slapping people.
Okay, you're going to love this. You should ask them for it. It's called cat slapping, and it's basically you walk down the street and you just slap random women across the face.
Oh my god, I would love that. I know a lot of girls in porn that like hitting and being hit too, so that would be actually pretty fucking funny. Actually, you're giving me some ideas, my friend. I want to get like a bunch of porn girls together in LA and just like walk the streets of LA and not tell anyone what we're fucking doing and like hide a camera on someone and see the reactions of people.
The crazy thing is you can put it on YouTube. It's fine.
I will fucking...
It's not porn.
No, and like I know some of my friends will be really good actresses too and they'll be like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm writing that down. That's funny. Yeah. What is it called?
It's literally called cat slapping.
Cat slapping, all right. Giving me all the content.
Yeah, I've just given you all my best ideas. And of course, tentacle porn.
I'm actually doing that in Europe.
Yeah, for my friend Romero.
Is it real?
His stuff is incredible, though.
Is it real?
For me, his is like the only thing I've seen in porn that's like at like a movie kind of level. It's incredible. Could you put the microphone?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So Yeah, the tentacle stuff, he does it really, really well. I think in Japan it's not actually as good as Romero's, but they started it. He just culturally appropriated it.
Yeah, let's say it that way. But I've always fantasized about that. I don't know if it'll be what I think it is, but you know what I mean? Like when you have the fantasy in your head and like when you actually have it, it's not like...
I think it'll be a long day, but you'll love the result.
I'm excited.
What I'd say. The stuff he does is incredible.
Oh, that's going to blow up. I know that it will. Because my Asian fans are...
Yeah, you might be like his best one so far. I'm sure.
Excited.
And yeah, the one I told you before, there's this one called Zetai Ryokyu, which is the fascination of knee socks and the absolute zone, that gap between the skirt and...
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not anything crazy to me.
No, eels was my limit, I think.
Eels I think should be everyone's limit.
Everything else I can watch.
I think that should be everyone's limit. At animals. Anything that has to do with animals or insects or anything.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's allowed. And I don't understand why, like, there's different rules for porn in Japan than in the West. Because Visa and MasterCard, they're the same company. But they're so Puritan with American porn. Like, we can't use words like rape in advertising.
Oh, no,
but they can. And it's like, why is there this double standard?
But also, they don't do things like step-sibling things in Japan either. And America does a lot of that kind of stuff. So I feel like they just have different morals. Not even that rules, it's like morals.
Well, this is coming from Visa and MasterCard, not from... And that's like a global company.
Yeah. Visa and MasterCard don't like stepbro, stepsister things. That's like, it's becoming less and less in America in the films. But they still try to incorporate it somehow, but I'm like...
Yeah.
I don't really like doing the stepbro stuff anymore because it's like so overdone. It's not even the fact that I don't enjoy it. It's just like so overdone.
It's boring.
It's boring.
It was like, it's just become like The Plumber, you know? It's like just such a cliche. Yeah.
I'm like, that and schoolgirl stuff, like what is the next trend going to be? I need to know.
Third cousins.
What?
Third
Shut
cousins,
the fuck up.
yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think just like being super real and just being like, hey, I'm Melody Marks. I'm not playing a role. I'm not anything. Like they just want to see a porn star having fun and doing her job. Like,
yeah. I saw that porn where people get stuck. I thought that was going to blow up for a while, but
it did, honestly. It became like a meme.
Yeah, but it went away just as fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it became a meme. And it was like, again, overdone.
Yeah. Well, someone will invent a new type of sex.
Well,
maybe you will.
Not that it was overdone, but it was too cheesy. Like, come on. If you're going to get stuck, get stuck. Like the one of the girl getting stuck in the doggy door. Phenomenal. That actually looked like you were fucking stuck in a doggy door. When you're like leaning over under a table and you say you got stuck, that's like...
I think the stuff came from Japan and it was originally stuck in the wall. Mm-hmm. And I think the way they do it, it looks like
you're funny. Actually
stuck. It does look like a real wall that you're stuck in. But
I think that we should do more like... There's this one video on Pornhub that I always watch because I love it so much. But it's like girls are in this like room and there's like holes in the wall and like half their body's in one side and half their body's sticking out, like their legs are like chained up on a wall or something.
Is that a Czech company that does that?
I think so.
I think I know them,
but I only can find one video of like when all the girls are in the room, and I don't know what the context is behind it, like they're kidnapped or what it is, but I find it hot. Like I would love to just be stuck in a room and like have not random men but like male talents just
when you work in Prague, some of the Czech companies are crazy. Like there's this one called, I think, Porn Family or Perverse Family.
Oh, God.
And they do crazy things. Like one of the things I saw, they buried a girl. So just her head.
Oh, I have a fear of that, actually.
Just her head was sticking out of the ground.
Oh, hell no.
And then they just like face fucked her, I guess.
Oh, I'm actually terrified of that. I'm only scared of things if I genuinely cannot escape from it. If you close me... Well, it's different because if you put me in a cardboard box and put a fucking rock on top of it, if I know I can get out, I'm fine. But if you duct tape it and like are telling me I can't get out, I will flip the fuck out. If you put me in a closet and lock it, I will flip the fuck out. Not by choice, but because like my body can't handle like the stress. So, I'm outing myself here. Please don't use this against me. God.
Yeah, we've got so much dirt on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm also ticklish too. I mean, might as well say that. Fuck.
That's a fetish too.
I know they did that in Japan, but they didn't tell me they were doing it.
What?
No, because they tricked me so well, actually. It was so good. Like, the lady, she wasn't in, she's just, like, was an extra, and it was supposed to be, like, she was massaging me, and I genuinely didn't see it coming at all. It was supposed to be, like, a solo video. Like, I thought that I was going to start, like, masturbating afterwards, but she just started tickling me in the middle of the fucking massage, and, like, they wouldn't stop, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to pee, I'm going to pee, I'm going to pee, and they let me go. But I was like, oh my god, I was literally going to pee myself.
I am going to have to Google that scene.
Yeah, I don't know where it exists.
Yeah, I think a lot of them don't get put on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know.
DVDs still sell in Japan.
Yeah. I think it's on a DVD, like a solo DVD. I'm pretty sure.
We'll find it.
Somewhere.
We need to send someone to Japan. Or someone can send it to us.
It's the same one where I'm like licking the ice cream in the bathtub.
I think if
it's
any
like white ice cream.
I think if any of your fans are listening, we need like a shopping list. We need someone to send you the photo book.
I need the photo books. There's 2 photo books. There's some magazines that I'm in. I have like 3 or 4 Japanese magazines that I'm on the cover of.
We need the tickle scene.
We need the tickle scene. Come on. I need all the mosaic scenes.
Yeah.
We need it.
So, and I think we're about done.
Yeah. We had a good little conversation. Got my little train little story out there. That was...
And you're so lively. You're like, I'm just like, saying, you know, like,
I know. I'm so crazy. I'm sorry.
No, it's brilliant. Is there
it's the coffee speaking.
Is there anything you want to advertise or tell people where to find you? And
yes. You can find me on Twitter. That is the main app that you can find me on because I just love tweeting about my life and what I'm up to all the time. So I'm very active. I'm the only person running my social media accounts. And it is Melody Marks, MELODYMARKS Melody Marks XXX. And then same for my OnlyFans. I have 2 OnlyFans actually. That one is my old one. My new one is Melody Marks.
Is the content different on the OnlyFans?
The new OnlyFans, I was for like a month or 2. I posted about it also to my OnlyFans that I was having a company help me because I was going through a hard time.
Okay.
But I decided my fans, I don't appreciate being fake to my fans. Like I don't really want someone messaging them. And it felt very fake to me, and so I had them stop. And I haven't been on for a minute because I'm trying to rebrand, get new looks and everything, new content for my fans. I already have like 3 videos filmed since I've been here for it, so I'm waiting to release that. I have to edit them. But let me find that really quick. We can edit this.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. It's just Melody Marks X. Yeah, Melody Marks X is my new one. And yeah, and my Instagram, actually, if you want to keep up with my trip, because I literally love posting to my stories. I'm sure some of my fans are quite annoyed by how often I post about coffee, and because I love cappuccinos, but I post about all my adventures on there. It's Mel Baby XX, MELBABIEXX. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks everyone for listening. And if you want to ask any questions, you can tweet me or tweet Melody.
Yes.
And yeah, just please subscribe and give it 5 stars, share it with friends, tell everyone about the podcast. Make some clips
of this, post it to my Twitter, tag me. I would love to see little clips of this everywhere.
There will be clips.
Make memes. Make memes. I'm watching you.
I feel like you haven't really made it in life until you're a meme.
I know. I want to be a fucking meme.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And it'll probably happen with something really random, like someone will catch you at a bad time.
No, I want to be the Riley Reid meme where she's like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna blank. And they fill in, like, instead of come, they, like, put, you know, something fucking funny. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one, actually. Yes. I love it.
It's got to be your turn next.
I know. What the fuck? I can't remember. There was something out there that was like, I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking meme. I can't remember. It'll come to me later.
And I'll just fade it out. So we're done. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
No problem. That was good.